I'm just messing with y'all. Even on, well, I do be doing whatever. All right, so the topic, as you can see, if you want more, do more, and it really came from The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. And as I was sitting out yesterday doing my reading, I just kind of thought about a couple different things that occurred in the last week, and it got me to thinking. Of course, we all understand, and I think we had a reading on it last week, talking about the benefits of doing more than you're paid for. And we know that there's a lot of advantages that come from that. I wrote down a couple notes. The best way to get opportunities. And I want you guys to think about different times in your life. We talked about showing up to work, treating every day like it's your first. But where did your opportunities come from? When we think about where these opportunities come from, do they come from us doing extra work, us doing less work, us trying to get over all these different things? So I was having these thoughts in my head. And what it kind of circled back to was being in the nursing home. I was in the nursing home the other day with my close friend Heidi's mother. And I may have shared a part of this story with y'all already. Let me know if I did. But I was in the nursing home, and it reminded me of my grandmother being in the nursing home. And what they do in the nursing home, or not, I'm sorry, not a nursing home. This was PT. So she fell, she broke some ribs. She's actually 99 years old. And she'd be walking around the house, moving around by herself. She has her little walker, but she fell and broke her ribs. And when I got there to see her, this little 99-year-old lady, she was in she speaks she's German, so she has a thick accent, but she's very much aware of what's going on. So I'm sitting down talking to her, and she says, David. She says, I can't walk in her accent. I can't. I said, what do you mean you can't walk? Like, of course you can walk. You were just walking a couple weeks ago when I saw you. So she says, oh, not anymore. I can't walk. I'm in a wheelchair. And it reminded me of the exact same thing that they told my nan when she was, in her home. I hate the fact that she was there. She was in the home, and I remember she was walking fine, get up, whatever. And when I got to the nursing home one day, they had her in a wheelchair, and they said it's for safety measures. And I thought it's all BS. Like, it's all BS. It's just, the staff being lazy. It's a lot easier for them. Their days go easier when everybody just sits down, is in a wheelchair, whatever. So I said, Nan, what do you mean you can't walk? I said, get up, like, show these people that you can walk. Like, get up, Nan. And my Nan, the sweetest lady, she's like, oh, I don't want. She was pushing back a little bit. Then she got up, and she not only walked with me, but we walked to her room. And then she got up and she started dancing with me. And I said, see, Nan, like, you can walk, you can dance. Don't let these people tell you that you can't do something that you know that you can do. Don't let them adjust your mental. And I'm talking to her, and at this point, I'm not sure that she could really, understand me. She knew what I was saying. She felt what I was saying, even though she may not necessarily understand everything that I was saying. And it reminded me of when we look in the mirror. A lot of times, I don't know about y'all, but, sometimes you look in your mirror, you put your affirmations on the mirror. We've all seen people they put the little sticky notes on the mirror, write their affirmations. I am good energy, whatever you put. And I had a question for y'all. And my question was, in most cases, are we instructing the person in the mirror, or is the person in the mirror instructing us? And why I ask this is because most people set their limitations based on who they are and what they see themselves as right now. Let me ask that. Let me tell you that. Let me say that again. Most people set their limitations based on who they see themselves to be right now. So when we're looking in the mirror, a lot of times we'll approach it as if we're instructing the person in the mirror. But in my opinion, what ends up happening is the person in the mirror ends up telling us. Like, so I guess the analogy would be, or diving into it and unpacking it would be, everything that we see in the mirror is who we've been up until that point, right? Everything that we see in the mirror, it's who we see ourselves to be up until this point, how we lived our life, the experiences, who we are, our character. However, to make certain changes, we need to be very intentional about switching those roles, and that understanding that the person who I've been is not who the person that I can turn into, the person that I can become to accomplish what it is that I'm looking to become. So that kind of mirror concept, it kind of reminded me of all these different things from the law of success, when we're talking about, different things from there, when we talk about mental, using your mental for your health recovery, all these different things that usually set different limitations in our lives. And if we're aware of them, we can make certain adjustments to then turn into the person that we need to turn into. So the next time that you're looking in the mirror, maybe a dope little exercise or looking at your phone, in selfie mode, whatever it may be, understand that that is not the person that you are limited to becoming. That is only who your way of thinking up until this point has led you to become. So let's just make sure that we are leading the person in the mirror and not letting the person in the mirror set limitations on our lives and who we can become. So just wanted to share that with y'all. I just, had these thoughts on my mind. Never let your current situation, define, who you can become. So that's what I wanted to just share with y'all in the beginning, because when we talk about, if we want more, if you look down at the bottom of the screen, if you want more, do more, that's very easy to say. But the only way for us to truly do more, in my opinion, is to make adjustments with who we currently are. So if you want more, do more. We'll dive into it and apply that same concept throughout this episode. Therefore, we can unpack it as we go. But just wanted to start off that, it's a Monday, right? If you want more, do more. We got an opportunity full. We got a week full of opportunities. Nothing says that this can't be the best week that we've ever had. So why not make that happen? Like, why not make that happen? All right. So we're going to get into a couple different videos here. A lot's been going